They're actually really cool. And you should see how beautiful they look under the microscope.
Welcome to my little world.
Lice are beautiful. These ones live on the crested tern, which is found around Australia along the coastlines. I knew a lot about seabirds as I'd studied terns for my master's degree in the US, but I found that very little was known about how lice and ticks affect them. Improving our knowledge of these parasites will help us to manage and conserve wild seabird populations.
For my PhD at CSU, I studied parasites such as lice and ticks on wild, free-living seabirds nesting in large colonies. So I studied populations of crested terns and their chicks found on Montague Island off the New South Wales south coast and on Phillip Island in Victoria. Initially, I banded 500 chicks at the Nobbies on Phillip Island between hatching and 5 days of age. At the same time, I medicated half of them to kill their parasites and left the rest alone. I checked on them every day until they grew their adult feathers, measuring their weight, leg length, bill, skull growth, and immune system.
I brought together veterinary and ecological measures to try and get a fuller picture of what was going on. Were these parasites actually affecting the chicks? And totally against all my expectations, they weren't affecting the growth at all, only the immune system.
It seems these parasites are really not the bad guys. It's not in their best interest to hurt their hosts enough to kill them. In fact, from the research I did on the chicks on Montague Island, they could even be helping their host by priming their immune systems for other diseases later in life.
I am now looking at the effects of host lifespan on parasites. In short-lived hosts, like these guys, which only live 3, 4, 5 years, parasites have to be much nastier in order to produce enough babies to survive. In long-lived hosts, such as these, which live 20, 30, 40 years, parasites have plenty of time to produce babies, and so they end up being not quite as nasty. So don't think that all parasites are bad. There's more going on here than meets the eye. There's even some evidence that parasites help aid survival of their host in the wild.